Hello and welcome back. We are here for, I was going to say round two, let's go with that. We are here for the second half of Dublin versus Calgary. Yes, you've got your coffee. Is that for me? Oh, wow, harsh.
She's already tried to steal my coffee too.
Well, I'm on a 100% success rate so far. So we see the score 112 for Dublin, 56 for Calgary. And the story of the first half does sadly include an expulsion for Calgary. My apologies for Dublin, so they will have one person less. But let's not worry about that first half and look at this half. And who have we got jamming?
We have Gemerald for Dublin and Chris My Ass for Calgary. Gemerald is out of the traps very, very quickly, picking up lead jammer status. But she is being hotly pursued right there by Chris My Ass. Gemerald.
Everyone from Dublin was shouting, called that off then as Gemerald came in hips first, called off that jam, grabbing 2 points for Dublin and leaving Calgary with their 56.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of unrest kind of going in. It was a kind of a crazy end to the first half there with the expulsion of Chancleta and some interesting points permutations as well on the board. We had a look at the penalties as well at halftime, so Dublin are fairly clear most of the way through, again with that expulsion, and Calgary, highest number of penalties is 4, so we'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses.
Some beautiful defense happening here from Brudol with the defense rollback once more. And I believe we've had a star pass over to Ruthless Red, your pivot, now jammer for Calgary.
Another clear run through the pack there for Greenhall Cooney, who is jamming. I don't know what's happened to my brain again. It's just sort of turns off every so often, so I have to kick it to turn it on again. So in the back and through the pack once more. That's 4 more points there on the board for Greenhall Cooney and Dublin.
Dublin with the pack advantage as we have 2 of Calgary sat down in the penalty box currently, and a beautiful work there from Dublin, grabbing 12 points in that second jam. Now let's not forget, 15 points is the highest jam scored in this game so far, and that was, I believe, by Boswell from Calgary.
That's exactly right. So power start for Dublin with Thea number 800, quick off the mark there.
Massive big hit there from number 213, Rogrash, but Thea makes no business of it, gets straight back up on her skates and is through for lead. Dublin with the goat in action at the back, holding off Zozo at the back, but Thea up at the front, coming up against Rogrash once more. And that jam has been called off, I believe, by the officials. Yeah, official timeout where we just see what is going on. But what is going on currently is a nice empty penalty box. I say that. Oh, I thought Ruthless was going to sit down. No, she's still with us. Good. Good stuff. So we think there might be a little bit of confusion of, did that jam have a jammer in it?
It did have a Dublin jammer.
Did have a Dublin jammer, but we need 2 jammers. It's like explaining roller derby to some crazy person on the train. You need 2-point scorers, you need people on the track. There's no ball.
What? There's what?
It's like playing rugby and chess at the same time while the room's on fire.
That's actually the best description I've ever heard.
You are welcome to use it, but just credit me in your mind.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Cherry.
Thank you, Cherry.
Looks like we're having a pack change for Dublin. Is it strategic or is it just mind games? I'm going with mind games. We see Hillary Boswell, or Bars as she affectionately likes being called, I hope. She'll probably shout at me now. Up against Gemrold for Ireland or Dublin. We could fill this time with some waffle about a raffle, but all I know about the raffle is that it exists.
There is raffle.
What's prizes?
Raffle is true. I haven't checked. I should have checked.
Should we make some up?
Yeah.
Fiat 500?
2 of those.
Nice.
Yep, yep.
Colour of your choice?
Absolutely. A half Christmas tree.
And a ticket to Love Island. So get your raffle tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, the prize is you don't win the ticket to Love Island.
All right, so we don't have a Scooby-Doo. What just happened there? But when we know, we will tell you. Oh, hang on. Shref's gone over there. So I believe that was a delay of game issue to the captain. Yes, thank you, referee person MC. Glad we're on the same page together. Delay of game issue to the captain. So Princess Preacher Slaughter, oh my God, I can't get anyone's name right, is in the penalty box, and Hillary Boswell is being called off for a back block. So it's a power jam for Dublin. Oh my God, too many words. Beautiful. Hang on, let me do a start. Oh, that's better.
So Dublin have the pack advantage as well. There is one Calgary blocker in the box, so Gemrold has all the advantages she could possibly wish for as she completes her first scoring pass.
Pack advantage for Calgary is now over as Preacher Slaughter is back out onto the track. Power Jam still is in play for Dublin. Gemrold already picked up 4 points, and I believe that's 4 more points in the bag. So 8-0 currently in this jam. Boswell is going to be desperate to get out on this track and make some points happen for Calgary. But while this is happening, Gemrold is having an absolutely storming time here on the track.
Absolutely. She doesn't care who's in her way. They're going over as she makes her way through for her third scoring pass. She's now on 12 points. Will she manage to equal the top scoring jam of the game?
Top scoring jam of the game was 15 points, so let's see what that jam did to the score. Do we have any more points for Calgary, for Dublin to go up?
Did Gem do that in the jam? Oh, 2 points. She's on 14, so not quite, but she has brought Dublin's total to 150 points. Calgary's currently sitting at 56. So we line up for the next jam with dashing Trudy Snow on the line for Dublin, and that looks like easy break oven there for Calgary.
Easy break oven coming through now, desperate to make an impact on this jam. Comes around a whole host of Dublin players, but we've got number 53 at the front of the pack there for Dublin. That is Archie Bargy, living up to their name. Bargy and easy break oven off the track. But break oven grabs 4 points here for Calgary as we see 140 taking on 60. 24 minutes left to go. Hooray! Get a raffle ticket.
Absolutely. I'll tell you a little bit more about them at some point, maybe after this game.
Oh, wonderful work here from Dublin's pivot recycling. Chris Myas to the back of the pack while Thea is up the front of the pack, being welcomed by quite a ruthless party of Calgary, and Chris Myas is through for lead for Calgary and looking hungry like the wolf to get some points on that scoreboard.
Everyone is just skating like the clappers right now as the packs are rushing to keep ahead of their jammers. The two jammers engaging with their opposing blockers almost at the same time, but let's see if Chris Myas can make her way through and get some more points for Calgary. Yep, that is 4 more on the board there for Chris Myas.
Massive hit there from Knockout Sunday. I love it when skaters live up to their names, giving our Dublin jammer a right load of trouble to deal with at the back as we're enjoying a recycle now from Lana Payne.
So 7 points there on the board for Calgary for that jam for Dublin. Yep, we're definitely settling into this second half.
Yeah, as I said, I do like to see what teams get up to at half-time. What are they drinking? What are they eating? What are they saying to each other? What mythical songs do they have?
She's basically just really nosy.
I am really nosy. I already know your pin number, so it's all good. Hiya, Bab at the door.
So Harley Havoc is on the track jamming for Calgary, and we have Green Hall Cooney number 23 for Dublin.
And those tripods are in full force for both packs as we are being treated to some proper cheddar style defense. Cheddar style, that means it is thick and hard.
I love it. RG Bargy there giving some assistance to Green Hall Cooney and holding back that Sylvia Sleep number 213 to allow Cooney through to pick up lead jammer status. That has been hot and heavy, that first 30 to 40 seconds of that jam before we even got a lead jammer status. Green Hall Cooney made her way around the outside line on one leg, called off the jam, and I think she managed to pip it just before Harley Havoc managed to gain the end of that pack.
Yeah, lovely, clever tactical play there from Dublin, grabbing those 4 points, as you said. Lovely stuff. Penalty box is currently unattended. No. And Dublin calling a timeout in the very dying seconds of being able to do so. Which means everyone on track gets to huddle like a penguin. If you want to feel the action here today, why not huddle like a penguin with a person next to you?
Or your couch cushions if you're at home.
Or the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Or whoever's near you. Or just the voices in your mind.
Or, you know, an unsuspecting neighbour. Still not learned anything more about the raffle, so those Fiat 500s are up for grabs. What colour Fiat 500 would you go for? I think aquamarine, is that a colour?
Yeah, I mean they come in ridiculously disgusting colours, why not?
Maybe chartreuse.
Oh, nice.
What, is that green?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd go for the colour of sangria. Half Christmas string. Other horrendous cars are available, not just Fiat 500s. I mean, but they are pretty grim.
So Easy Break Oven is jamming for Calgary up against Dashing Trudy Snow for Dublin. As it's hot and heavy here coming up to turn one.
Yeah, those tripods really digging themselves in now, showing that defense will be the name of the game in this second half. Knockout Sunday, stop knocking people out, and has started barging walls back together as Snowy is really having a tough time here at the back, and Easy Break Oven having a tough time at the front. So holler to the defensive blockers.
That's right. So RG Bargy was standing by. She's joined the tripod. Brew Dolly Lowcock has come back to render some assistance to Dashing Trudy Snow, but she's come back again to marshal the line and hold back Easy Break Oven. Recycle now for Dashing Trudy Snow behind Hilary Boswell. And as exactly the same thing happens for Easy Break Oven behind, that is RG Bargy number 53, as the tripod reforms and holds her back once more.
Do you think we can go another 1 minute of this style of play? So we've had a minute so far of just tripods and runbacks, tripods and runbacks. Can we have 50 more seconds, or will one of our jammers break on through?
That was almost a breakthrough there from Easy Break Oven, but RG Bargy just getting to her in time. But look at this, up at the front. Dashing Trudy Snow has finally made it out, and we do have a lead jammer with 40 seconds left on the clock. The jam clock, by the way, not the period clock. Whew.
4 very hard 4 points there for Dublin, grabbed in the dying seconds of that jam. 152 takes on 67. Less than 20 minutes left to go in this game. And I believe this is the penultimate game for Calgary on their European/Scandinavian tour.
That's right. They've been to a couple of tournaments, I think, isn't that right? And
yeah.
Yeah.
They were over in Finland last weekend at Finvitational, wonderful tournament. WFTDA recognised tournament, which was lots of fun. Calgary winning every game they played there.
Absolutely, they were. I think they beat Callio and other like really top teams.
Yeah, they did, beating on, I believe it was Tiger Bay and Middlesbrough. But been welcomed to such a welcome party from Dublin here. But Chris, my ass, is your active and only jammer on the track at the moment, as General for Dublin sat down in the penalty box. Calgary offense coming into play now, but that Dublin defense really is quite formidable as number 95, Manika, running Chris back to the back of the pack. Power Jam still in play and in the favour of Calgary as Kiss My Ass is at the front of the pack. But as I say, that Gemerald out of nowhere up the inside and coming through. But no points on the board there for Dublin, and in that Power Jam situation, Calgary pick up 4 points, taking their total to 71, but Dublin have got 152, and we've got 18 minutes left to go. There you go, I just read the scoreboard to you.
And you did it very well.
Thanks, Mom.
That's something you don't see all that often, is an apex jump to when you come out of the box. I mean, that's just showing off.
Well, get ready for later, because I've got loads of them ready. That's a lie, I've got nothing. Big explosive start for Harley at the front of the pack. Grabby lead jammer in 4 seconds for Calgary.
That's right, Greenhall Cooney at the back there, working her way through with a star stash, but she does make it through to complete her initial, I believe. Yes, that's right, she's out now.
Preacher Slaughter doing some wonderful defense at the back of the pack, but lead jammer is with Harvey Haver for Calgary, but Dublin's jammer is in front of them, so both in the scoring position.
So Harley pushing to the front of the pack there and pushing past those last 2 Dublin blockers, completing a scoring pass. She's on 8.
And that Calgary defense at the front really causing some problems for Dublin.
Absolutely.
Havertz come through, but is your lead jammer, so calls that one off.
That's right. So you would think when the 2 jammers were coming towards the back of the pack that Harley would have called that off, but she did absolutely right to continue. She manages to pick up 10 points to Dublin's 4 and pull back that lead just a little bit.
This game really has been a very physical game for your very eyes today. Very physical, but yet very tactical. Don't often get treated to both, but as we are in the high yet low numbers of the WFTDA rankings, I would expect to see nothing less.
That's right. I mean, if you're looking for top flight derby,
I am, always.
Here it is,
Thank
right
you.
in front of you.
I can see. And also, as this is very top flight, very strategic, very physical game, wonderful work by our officials, taking their time over these calls, calling themselves in, having a chat, making sure everything is okay.
Yep, there's no better time to sort it out than immediately after something happens or doesn't happen.
No revenge is a dish best served cold here. Get it while it's piping hot, like your Christmas turkey.
Ooh, would you have turkey for half Christmas?
I'd have it now.
Yeah. The latest I ever had a full Christmas dinner was April the 29th.
Nice.
Yes. All the trimmings, tree up and everything.
Okay.
My pal was in hospital at Christmas, so for her birthday, I made her Christmas dinner. I made her Christmas, in fact.
Now I feel bad for laughing.
Oh, laugh all you like. It was hilarious. Trying to source a turkey in April.
I'm sure, but you would get stuff cheaper, surely.
Somebody had one frozen from Christmas, like getting a whole turkey. You can get like bits of turkeys, but getting a whole turkey was, let's just say I outdid myself.
Well done. Thankfully, roller derby wouldn't have happened for us. Nice big strong start, and we can hear Easy Break Oven telling her pack what to do, and I love it. Whistles are being whistled. We are going to start losing some skaters, and we lose the pivot for Dublin, but Easy Break Oven, your jammer for Calgary, is through for lead, so that pack demanding that she had really paying off.
Absolutely, and both pivots now in the block as Easy Break Oven comes up around the inside of the pack and does a little apex jump around turn 1 to complete her scoring pass. Beautiful skating there from the Calgary Jammer.
Yeah, this is the Calgary that I got to know at Invitational last weekend. Beautiful work here. And with only a sort of, I can't even work those maths out, but let's say like a 60, 70 point difference, we could see a lead change.
Absolutely. Easy break oven cutting through that pack like a hot lightsaber through a tauntaun.
I don't know
Picking
what that
up
means,
another.
but it sounds good. Beautiful, beautiful offense there from Bars coming out of the penalty box and helping Easy Break Oven get past as Calgary are so close to that century mark. I can feel it, I can taste it.
This is a phenomenal jam here from Calgary and Easy Break Oven. She's really taken advantage of that power jam, which is now over. Thea is back on track and dealing with a very sturdy tripod.
Yeah, very sturdy tripod indeed. 12 points on the board for Calgary. 15 points is the highest that we've seen. And lovely star pass there for Manika and for Dublin. I think everybody saw that happen.
Oh, she was off like a rocket to complete the initial pass. Easy Break Oven has completed another scoring pass. She's on 16, now your highest jam of the game. I think Calgary are going to be pretty delighted with the end of this jam. Oh, what a spill.
Epic end to that jam there, but let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. As you said, Calgary there grabbing the highest scoring jam with 20 points now, taking Calgary over the century mark. 101 Dalmatians on the scoreboard to Dublin's 160 with 14 minutes left to go in this game. Literally, my love, anything could happen, and we are going to have an official timeout while everybody, I think, just chills out.
Yep, it's been an exciting couple of minutes right now here in Greystones. Yeah, Easy Break Oven just
storming it.
That jam was phenomenal. Like 5 scoring passes. Yes, there was a power jam, but that was still excellent work. The Dublin blockers are not easy to beat, but she managed to get past them 6 times.
Oh, I'm tired just thinking about it.
And the score now, there's 59 points between the teams, but as you said, they're both over that century mark, so
once those centuries have been slapped, anything can happen, and it often does.
Yes, it's known for it.
That's roller derby for you.
So just under 14 minutes left in the second half.
And then what happens after this game?
After this game, we'll have a little bit of a break, and then there will be an open scrimmage.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure if what flavors of people are going to be playing, but
nice.
I believe many flavors. So
Lovely.
Delightful. And after that, we'll have another little break just to gather our thoughts. And Calgary, hopefully not too many of them playing in the scrimmage, but I don't know. Maybe they are suckers for punishment. So they'll take a little bit of a break, I hope. And they'll come for their final game of their little tour with our lovely pals from Central City in Birmingham.
Yay! I'm going to reward myself for my unbiased announcing right now, because I'm like, yes, come on!
I think you've done a super job. I didn't even know you had a favourite.
I mean, I'm not saying they're a favourite. I just, contractually obliged.
Well, I mean, you're going to be picking a side in the second team game of the day. So
wow, Calgary do have a 69, so I could easily swap. That's my number, by the way, if that just sounded a bit weird out of context. I'm going to see if Calgary want to do a trade. I mean, CCR will be well happy with that.
Chris Mayas forced to recycle way back around by turn 4 by Brew Dolly Lowcock. Meanwhile, dashing Trudy Snow is lead jammer. She has almost completed her initial pass. And she is at the back there with, once again, those strong Calgary tripods. She manages to disrupt it just enough to get down that inside line to pick up some scoring points, to pick up some points on her first scoring pass. And another recycle here forced by Brew Dolly Lowcock, slowing things down a little bit for Chris Mayas. A little bit of help there from Rogue Rosh, and allowing a star pass, I think. Was that a star pass? No, it wasn't. It was just a star slash. So Chris Mayas completing the initial, and another 2 more scoring passes for Dashing Trudy Snow in the meantime there. So another 12 unanswered points on the board for Dublin.
Awesome and lovely work there. Do need to shout out to number 169, Brudol. Absolutely beautiful defence work there. Often the blockers don't get the recognition they deserve, but you do at my house.
That's right. We love our blockers.
Referees to the middle. My voice is louder than Shref's.
You do have amplification, in fairness.
I am loud anyway. So we are having an official review. I believe it is for Calgary. But what could this official review be about?
We might even find out.
We will find out. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm reading Jack and Ori or something.
I was like,
very weird.
the 5 adventurers did find out.
And they had a wonderful time here in Dublin.
Lashings and lashings of ginger pop and tongue sandwiches.
That's enough for that. A tongue sandwich.
That's what they used to have in the famous 5. They used to get really excited when Aunt Funny would make them tongue sandwiches.
You know, that sounds really rude.
No.
Like.
It always happens to me once a game. I didn't write it, Ina Blyton did.
The perv. All right, so we've got some packs on the track now, but I think we might well get a little pack change around because the psychological warfare has happened already today. General's not invited to the chat. Stay on your line.
See, General's too tall to talk to Tiny Pack.
Oh, hello, Tiny Pack. Keeping it cool. Normally we're told not to bother the skaters. Don't bother the talent. I'll be back in a sec.
So official review has concluded. We'll give you the update as soon as we have it. And skaters getting ready to line up on track for the next jam of the game.
All right, so Calgary were asking for a back block to be issued onto the Dublin jammer, but as you can see, General is up on the jam line, so the call did not stand in Calgary. Lose their official review. Roll it, Owie.
Well done. Beautiful.
Wonderful scraping through the pack there for Valdemar, saying, I know I've got a penalty, I'm getting out of here, as Hardy Havoc grabs lead jammer for Calgary.
She was right down that inside line that she just spotted the gap and went for it. She has a very solid lead here, so she's going to try as the Dublin Jammers in a tripod going as fast as they've ever seen a tripod go.
Oh, but wonderful work there from Harley Havoc, coming around your last line of defence there. Number 95, Monica for Dublin. Beautiful work there as we are on a 4-4 situation for both jammers at the moment.
So 2 Calgary blockers in the box, just 2 to beat for General, but up at the front there, Harley Havoc is working her way through the Dublin blockers. And I think Lush Luther has rejoined as well. General completing another scoring pass, or her first scoring pass, her second scoring pass of the game for Dublin.
Harley Havoc really having a horrible time at the back of that Dublin tripod. But luckily we've got skaters for Calgary coming out of the box now to give them a helping hand. And a helping hand has been issued to them in the shape of General going to the penalty box for a track cut. So we will start this jam at a Calgary power jam. Hello, please dance. Yeah, they do. So I've been informed that Dublin know what to do during a power jam. Let's see if that happens.
Well, I don't know what it is. How will we know if they know? But I think this is our first proper full power start with a really long power jam ahead. So this is, I think, going to be very key for Calgary. If they can pull it out of the bag like they did last time with Easy Break Oven, this could be a key jam for them.
It is indeed. I mean, no pressure, but we're expecting big things.
I just assume they can't hear us.
Well, I mean, who can? Just Tinchy judging me all day long.
I think she's greatly enjoying your commentary skills.
She doesn't.
Well, then she's enjoying mine, okay?
Yeah, she is. I'm going to send Tinchy a tape of me talking. She can play it at night. Get you one of those teddy bears that tells the story.
I do have a friend who I sometimes ring and say certain words in Birmingham accent.
Like
because
what?
I can't tell them on a microphone.
Is it rude words?
Yes. Well, no, they're body parts.
Oh.
But it's just, there's one particular word that sounds amazing in a Birmingham accent, and I'll tell you later. Maybe it's just his specific Birmingham accent, I don't know. It's not, it's just funny. It's not anything else. I'm not calling him in the middle of the night for nefarious purposes. It's just funny.
Interesting start here for Calgary, coming around the extremities, which we know Easy Break Oven is a big fan of, using those wonderful long legs. Easy Break Oven, last line of defence at the front of that Dublin pack, but comes through, grabs lead. And while this power jam is only seconds through, let's have a look and see what Calgary can do to help Easy Break Oven get to that 16-point jam that they got just a few minutes ago.
So we're seeing some interference here again. It's just a big scrum of blockers from both teams, as any defense Dublin were hoping to mount was bulldozed by the Calgary offensive blocking.
And that's the end of the power jam. Gemrold has come onto the track now, but Easy Break Oven has 4 points in the bag, and Easy Break Oven has got lead jammer status, so can call this jam off whenever they feel like it. But it looks like an injury has called that jam to an end.
So 7 more points there on the board for Calgary. Another, I think, relatively successful jam there from Easy Break Oven.
Yeah, beautiful work in that power jam situation, as we said, but that jam did have to come to an end, and we will start a jam with just one blocker for Calgary in the penalty box, 2 jammers on the jam line.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
Just loving the Christmas today. So is this the little pack, or Calgary just really tall?
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Loving it.
I mean, they're fierce, no matter the size, both of them.
Small and mighty roller derby in front of your very eyes. Tall and mighty roller derby in front of your very eyes. Roller derby is for everyone.
Yes, it doesn't matter how tall you are.
Huh? Did you just say, where do I live? It's a bit weird.
It doesn't matter how tall you are.
It doesn't. You can even be a tall official, and they'll let you in.
Yeah.
In a minute, you'll see a really short official who looks like a small boy. They let everyone in. Amazing. That's Rolling Rat, by the way.
We love them all. Okay.
So it's fine. It's legit.
Okay, it's news just in. Jerry is married to a very small boy.
I mean, he's a man. I hope. Oh, and it is a power start for Calgary. It looks like there was a penalty issued to Gemrold at the end of that jam. So Chris May Ass is your only jammer on the track at the moment.
Maniha is
Lead
back.
has still not yet been given, so Gemrold itching to come out that penalty box, could grab it, but nope, there it's gone.
So 2 very crucial jams here for Calgary. I think they're going to take full advantage of these power jams as they have them, as the pack speed up, as Chris My Ass inches her way through. Is forced, I think, once more by Maniha to recycle.
Gemrold is out of the penalty box, so the power jam has come to an end. But Chris My Ass, as you can see, has lead jammer status, so has done their initial pass, whereas Gemrold is still waiting to get that status. But has been held at the front by a wonderful tripod made up of, excuse me, we have got Lush Luther, and we have number 112, Ruthless Red. Wow. So with a power jam start for Calgary, 4 points on the board for them, holding Dublin and General to a 0 in that jam. But this second half really is coming towards an end with only 8 minutes left on the clock. Calgary 120, but Dublin, your home team at the moment, they'll always be your home team right now, with 183. Hello to the stragglers at the door just coming in.
So I think General very, very glad that jam was called. She did take when she initiated that penalty, she did take a hit towards the end and was, I think, a little bit tired coming around on that jam, so she'll be glad of a chance on the bench.
Yeah, dashing through the snow now off. Nice fresh jammer for Dublin. Harley at the back of the pack for Calgary. And Harley grabs that lead jammer right before nobody's eyes apart from the jam ref, because I didn't see it happening. Boswell with the D offense at the back of the pack there, but Harley comes through, grabbing 4 quite easy points there from Dublin.
That's right, there was some space down that outside line for Harley to make their way down. As they rejoin the back, the tripod is starting to form to hold her back from scoring those points. She's getting some interference here from Boz to try and disrupt that tripod.
And in the dying seconds at that jam, we did have a star pass over to Archie Bargy from Dublin. 6 minutes left to go, 183 to 127. Get out of my peripheral vision. You can only come near me if you bring coffee. Walk on by if you go in. I mean, do it now. No one can see you, Mauler, it's okay. Timeout being called by Calgary, their last timeout as they are flashing on the board. Dying minutes of this game. This game's gone really quick, hasn't it? Yes, Jerry, it has.
No, I can answer. It has. She's not talking to herself. She's talking to me. She just forgets sometimes.
Just in my own world, mate.
But yes, it has gone very, very quickly. There's been something happening every few jams that you're just like, what?
Wonderful international roller derby in front of your very eyes, and it is wonderful to have Calgary coming out all the way over here to play Dublin. Hooray for international roller derby travels. No, it's 100%.
Yep, it is always very, very nice as well when people come east across the Atlantic.
I did this, whoosh. It's a very sharp turn off when you fly out from Birmingham.
Oh, yes.
You get on it, it goes whoosh, and then down.
Yeah, it's like you don't even have a chance to steal someone's coffee. You're just there.
Do not. Not with those Ryanair prices. Ooh. Ooh.
Official timeout called just as the jam was about to get going. So we have more.
It's wonderful to see that roller derby skaters are so trained to go on a whistle. It doesn't matter what that whistle is, they will just go.
Yep,
literally, there will be an hour start, a whistle will go, start jamming.
That's it. And then if they're rookies, they just keep going.
Oh, bless them.
Bless.
We do. Hello, Karen Laurie. Are you having a lovely time? Did you not bring me a coffee? That's the toll to pass. Everyone else did it.
She's had 85 coffees so far. Don't give her another one.
I wish.
She's paid for none of them.
All right, I think everybody's ready now. Streffer said, skaters, are you ready in 5 seconds? There you go, I did the accent.
That was terrible.
I know, I do apologise to everybody.
Greenhall Cooney, like lightning around by turn 1. She just spots a gap, goes for it. She's picked up lead jammer status. Easy Break Oven is dealing with a tripod here at the front as Greenhall Cooney just has 2 blockers to beat and makes her way around. She's being followed here by Sylvia Sleep, number 213, but that's a scoring pass completed for Greenhall Cooney.
And Dublin with the power jam now. Easy Break Oven going to the penalty box for a track cut. Very popular with the home crowd here. Boswell now going to the penalty box.
That's right, Greenhall Cooney then, of course, doesn't have to recycle and was able to continue around to hit the pack for the 3rd scoring pass of the jam. Another quick flick through, but it looks like she's picked up a forearm penalty on the way, so we will have our favorite thing in the world, a jammer switcheroo.
Jammer switcheroo. So normally this time of the game, around the 7 minutes, 5 minutes, everything goes a little bit cuckoo, and here's a nice example of that right now. So I think we might well get a timeout after this jam, just to calm things down a bit. I love the madness personally, but I'm not playing.
Not until later, anyway.
Not until later. Easy break oven with the star in hand coming through. We still have 37 seconds of this jam. There is no lead, so we will see this out to the death. Will Calgary be able to match the 8 points already put on the board by Dublin? And with offense like that from Boswell, I think it may well happen.
Greenhall Cooney, of course, only serving the same amount of time as Easy Break Oven, so she's also out of the pack and completed a scoring pass. Oh, a fantastic attempt at an apex jump there. Not quite managing to land it. Easy Break Oven continuing nevertheless.
I did like a proper like I swallowed my stomach. Damn. Oh. So Dublin picking up 16 points in that jam, which is now tied highest jam score of the day, I do believe, taking Dublin to 1 point away from a double century mark, with Calgary picking up 8 lovely points there, taking them to 135. WFTDA sanction play right in front of us. Every point will matter. Told ya, timeout. Caught it. Mystic Meg I am.
Of course, it is really, really great when there is transatlantic play for in these sanctioned games. It helps with the European rankings, I think, generally, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, because we're all trying to get into some sort of tournament around October time.
Yes, let's all go for that. And you know what? We're all in with a shout.
Everyone here today is.
And I love them all very much, so I hope they all do it.
I love some more than others because it's just the way the world is. Official review has been called by Dublin. We are official reviews all over town today.
I think this is Dublin's first of the second half. So, okay. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes.
All right. We probably only had 2. I just feel like it's been a lot. Hello, El.
I think this is our third of the game. I think Calgary used theirs in the first half. Maybe it was Calgary used theirs in the first half, but it didn't stand, so they lost it, and they used and lost theirs in the second half also, and now this is Dublin's first, I believe. And as always, I am probably wrong. First official review.
That is the story of the official reviews.
A story by me. Ina Blyton is only trotting after me.
Still can't get past those tongue sandwiches.
I mean, they're cow's tongues, if that's any better.
They did what?
They're cow's tongues.
Oh, okay. One person cheering crowd.
Everyone else is just too intensely into the game to waste any energy cheering because it is that kind of game.
We have less than 4 minutes left to go in this game. Chris, my ass, is spreading some Christmas cheer to everybody. She's going to hit me in a minute.
She's looking at you going, what is this cheer about? It's June. We'll have to explain the concept of half Christmas.
The concept was built around them.
Yep. And I mean, with the way the world's weather is going, you never know. We might have a white half Christmas next year.
So Dublin were looking for a insubordination call on one of the Calgary blockers, but no call stands. Let's crack on with the final 3 minutes and 58 seconds of this WFTDA sanctioned game in front of your very eyes. Did a little jig then, I don't know why.
I mean, you should do that professionally.
I think not.
So we have Chris My Ass versus Thea. Thea very quickly out of the traps. She is lead jammers, but there is a real race on here between Chris My Ass and Thea. Thea decides, you know what? Just gonna call it.
I know, right? Thea just push, shoulder, out, through, round. Bob's like, done. Love it. I didn't even get a chance to breathe during that jam. Whew.
Neither did I.
Good stuff. So Dublin really will want these last 3 minutes to just go into the ether now, as that lead/win seems very comfortable for them. But it is a sanction game, so every point matters.
Dashing through the snow for Dublin, and we have, is that Harley Havoc there for, yes it is, Harley Havoc for Calgary is out on turn 1, picking up lead jammer status there for the Canadian team.
Harley coming through the pack like an absolute bat out of hell, but being greeted by the hips there of Papa.
And that is a star pass for Dublin. RG Bargy, your pivot is now your jammer.
But Harley is your lead jammer at the front of the pack. One last line of defence of Dublin to get past. Do that, they do. So 4 points on the board here for Calgary, taking them to the 139 mark.
I don't want this game to end. I love it so much. And that jam called to a close.
Dublin grabbing a double century there in that jam, so 200 points on the board, 203 to be exact.
Precisely, and 6 points for Calgary in that jam as well, taking them up to 141. And we're inside the final 2 minutes of our first game of the day. Things happening very quickly there as blockers coming on and off and pivots coming on, but we have Thea jamming for Dublin, and that is easy break oven, of course, for Calgary. Thea's back at the back here, working against a tripod up at the front. We have...
It's just tripods everywhere, mate.
Tripods
just
everywhere.
Tripods.
Gotta love a tripod.
Easy break oven being recycled to the back of the pack by the hips of Pippa, as Thea is out for lead at the front of this Dublin pack. The period clock really has only got dying seconds left on it. Jam clock, not much time left on it at all, so I'm pretty confident to say that this will be your last jam in front of your eyes. No, it isn't.
Thea again very, very quick through that pack and calls it with no time to spare. There's still 48 seconds or thereabouts on the period clock, so we will have a final jam, it looks like.
One more jam.
More jam.
One more jam. Hello. All right, wonderful folks of Roller Derby. This is your last jam here for Dublin versus Calgary. Calgary's penultimate game in their tour, and Chris my ass coming through and grabbing lead, much to the delight of their bench. Beautiful, beautiful offense there from Rogrash, helping Chris my ass come through and grabbing 4 points. They're going to be so happy with this final jam.
Absolutely nothing to lose. She is going all out, hell for leather, smashing through those defenders.
Both jammers getting stuck behind their respective packs, but Kiss my ass through. Doing some wonderful work at the front there. 8 points already on the board there for Calgary. 4 points on the board for Dublin. 1 minute left to go in this jam, and then that's your lot. That's
right, and Green Halcooney has passed the star to Maniha, who is number 95, so they are now your jammer.
12 points on the board for Chris my ass. 50 seconds left to go in this jam. I feel confident to say that we're going to see this one run right out.
Green Halcooney there at the business end of that tripod, forcing a recycle on Chris my ass as Maniha proceeds with a scoring pass, and the jam clock is still ticking, so we're still getting points. Oh, there it is. It's just been called.
Chris my ass been helped up onto her feet there. Wonderful to see the sportspersonship from both teams. So your unofficial score, as you can see on our scoreboard, Calgary, your visitors from Canada with 156 points on the board. But Dublin, your home team here playing in the blue, 215 points on that board. While the score is still unofficial, I think it's safe to say that the home advantage has played off and a win is in the bag for Dublin.
Yay. That was, in fairness, a thrill ride all the way through. Yes, Dublin did have the lead, but every single jam was a battlefield.
Yeah, absolutely amazing game here to open up this wonderful triple header here in Dublin. So we have now had Dublin, Calgary pretty much in the bag. We will then have a scrim session, and then we'll be treated to Calgary's final game of their tour against the formidable Central City Roller Derby, all the way from Birmingham.
That's right. So sit tight, folks. I mean, go make yourself a coffee, hug that neighbor, and explain what was going on. And that's it. It looks like we have a final score. So Calgary 152 points and Dublin 215.
And there you go, your final score has been concluded, and we are now treated to the skaters giving each other a much deserved big cuddle, because that was one hell of a game. Thank you for joining us here today.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for announcing.
You are welcome. I've been very cherry. Thank you for having me.
You have been wonderful, and I've been cleverly. And we will see you later on track.
Nice. I'm just going to fade away now. Fade away.